Very, very good result for the Labour Party, no question. They had to prove that they really have come back against the SNP, that the SNP is down and the Labour Party is up in Scotland. And this by-election does prove that, and that really shifts the arithmetic for the next general election, because if Labour can win 20 seats in Scotland, I mean, this suggests...
Which they used to.
Yes, I mean, this suggests they could win more than that, but I mean, obviously it's a by-election, so let's not get carried away. But if they can win 20 seats in Scotland, then that brings the winning post in a general election closer.
So essentially, if Labour can go back to their old ways of winning Scotland...
winning half of Scotland would do.
Well, okay, you know what I'm saying. They should win the general election?
Well, no. I mean, they still have to win, but it just moves.
I know that. But does this indicate?
It moves a Labour majority gets easier. It doesn't make any difference to taking it off the Tories, because SNP and Labour are all opposition parties anyway. But it makes it easier for a Labour majority government at the next general election.
I would suggest that part of this is that people are a bit tired of the Tory regime, the Tory government.
Yeah, and they're tired of the SNP as
and
well.
They're in the mood for a change. But yeah, as you say, this is also, I think, down to the SNP's big problems up there. Nicola Sturgeon's reputation isn't exactly flying high. She's in trouble. The party's in trouble.
So much so that the Prime Minister was making a joke about it.
For which he was reported to the police. They said that he said that Nicola Sturgeon. He said it. I didn't say it. He said Nicola Sturgeon is going down.
Maybe going down.
Maybe going down. And yes, better get that right for the lawyers. Sorry. No, seriously. So this is not just a vote against the Tories, it's a vote against the SNP.
That's right.
The Scottish are fed up with this party in tatters.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why it's so gratifying for the Labour Party, because the SNP have really humiliated them in Scotland for so long, and for them to get a taste of their own medicine is good news for the Labour Party.
I was saying earlier, John, that the secret of good journalism, not that I know anything about that, but is timing, when you get your stories right. Humza Yousaf is the cover bloke on Time magazine this week. Talk about bad timing.
Brilliant. But something about the sort of the new generation of political leaders.
Yeah, exactly. Now, on that score, surely with this result, he must be in trouble, Humza, isn't he?
Well, whoever was leading the SNP would be in trouble. I mean, Kate Forbes, in a sense, missed that bullet, really. I mean, because she's a very promising politician, I think, in many ways, and should have won that contest. And if the SNP members had known the truth about Nicola Sturgeon at the time of the election, then Kate Forbes would have won. But then she would have had to deal with all this. So in a way, they're saving her for a better day.
Well, he was sort of swept to power, as Nicola's continuity candidate.
Exactly.
Now,
and he's really paying the price.
That's the monkey on his back now, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's in trouble. But Keir Starmer is the real winner. Everybody goes on about how there isn't any real enthusiasm for Keir Starmer out there in the country, and they haven't. Labour hasn't still sealed the deal. But for a party that's 20 points ahead in the opinion polls, they're doing pretty well.
Does this also indicate, in terms of Scotland, that this lust for independence that Nicola Sturgeon always assured us was prevalent north of the border, it just isn't?
Well, it wasn't. I mean, that's why she fell, isn't it? I mean, that's the real underlying reason why her leadership came to an end, was that she'd failed to advance the cause of independence. She failed, and the most important thing there is winning support for it in the people of Scotland. And she never really got above 50%, because I mean the only way Scotland's going to become independent is if a large majority of Scots really want it over an extended period of time. I
mean, and the sort of key moment must surely have been when Nicola Sturgeon was informed by the Supreme Court that she can't have the second independence referendum that she so desired. Now, given that now is an impossibility, what exactly is the point of the SNP? We stand for independence. Well, you can't.
Well, no, but that Supreme Court judgment just crystallised the problem, which is that the only way you can get it is if a really large and stable and enduring majority of Scots residents want it. And if until the opinion polls show that, then they can shout up and down the hills, but it won't get them anywhere.
But